Good morning, and let me share with you something interesting. Isaiah 30:18. Therefore the Lord waits to be gracious to you. Therefore he exalts himself to show mercy to you. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are those who wait for him. That is kind of unremarkable. The Lord waits to be gracious for you, but why would he wait to be gracious? Why doesn't he do it right now? The NIV, I just read from the English Standard Version. The King James Version says, therefore the Lord wait. The Lord will wait. So they put it into a future tense. But the NIV, and I'm not partial to the NIV because I was involved in the translation process 40 years ago, 45 years ago, getting up there. I was a graduate student, worked under sort of a graduate assistant to Dr. Callan. There was two students, myself and another student. We worked with Dr. Callan, who was on the executive committee for the New International Version. They made the final decision, what went into it. And basically we were just there to be a sounding board more for Dr. Callan than anything else. I can't say I really contributed to it. But I saw the inner workings, what went involved in the NIV. And I'm not partial to the NIV, but I do like the way they translated this. Because it says, yet the Lord longs to be gracious to you. That sounds a little better than the Lord waits to be gracious to you. You know, there's a number of words in Hebrew for waiting. You've got kavah, like in Isaiah 40:31, they that wait upon the Lord. And that wait is a waiting of binding yourself with God. It's a period of drawing close to God and binding yourself to him. Then you have yakal, which is like, that's what we think of when we think of wait. Sit back waiting for a bus to come. And then there's matak, which is extending a period of time. In other words, making the period of time to last longer. In a way, that's like waiting for a longer period of time. The word used here, though, for the Lord longs to be gracious to you, or therefore will the Lord wait to be gracious to you, is yakach. It comes from the root word kakach, and it means to wait, but waiting in the sense, this is in a PL imperfect form, so it's intensive, and it's imperfect. An imperfect form can be translated as a present tense, just like the ESV does. The Lord waits to be gracious to you, and it can be translated as a future tense, as the King James does. The Lord will wait to be gracious to you. But in a PL form, the words, it's the wait, like waiting for that right moment, that precious moment. It's like a young man who wants to propose to his lover, and he's got the ring and he's waiting for that right moment. He wants to set up the right romantic atmosphere and mood, and just at that right moment he's going to get on his knees and he's going to present the ring. He wants it to be very special. He just doesn't want to throw the ring at her and say, okay, here's the ring, let's get married. He wants it to be a very special time, to let her know this is the most special moment of his life. That's what the word kakak is. It's waiting for that right moment, that perfect time. Make the timing absolutely perfect. Sort of, like in an athletic event, you're waiting for that perfect moment to pass the ball off. The right moment. And it does require a little bit of waiting so that you don't blow it. And that's what kakak is, and that's what that is. And that's why in a PL form, it's not only God waiting for the right moment to be gracious to us, he wants it to be a special moment. And that's why I like the way the NIV translated it as longing. The Lord longs to be gracious. So what does that word gracious mean? It's the word Canaan. And the word Canaan means to give a favor to, or to grant a favor, or equip with intellectual ability. But generally, it has the idea of granting a request. So when we pray and put our request before God, God may not answer right away. He wants right to that right moment, that perfect moment. He longs to give it to us, to answer that prayer, but he knows he's got to wait to that right moment. Just like when you buy a gift for someone for their birthday or for Christmas to a loved one, and boy, you want them to open that package right away. You want to see the joy on their face. You want to see the gratitude. You want to see the appreciation. You want to see that expression of joy. But you know, can't do it until your birthday. You can't do it till Christmas morning. And you anticipate and you wait for that right moment for them to open that gift. And that's what God does. He waits for that right moment to answer your prayer. It may not come when you want to. That child may want to tear open that package right away, but no, wait. Wait until the right moment. It's not the right moment. We want instant gratification, and God is saying instant gratification isn't really gratification. It's real gratification when it comes at the right moment, at the right time, that perfect timing. You know, some have waited for years for that perfect timing to come along, and still God hasn't answered that prayer. But when it does come, you're going to understand why you waited. You're going to be glad you waited. You're going to be glad God waited for that perfect timing. That's the word hakak. That's why the NIV translated, he longs to be gracious, but he can't be right now because he wants to be perfect. He wants it to be great. And as long as you realize he's with you every moment, he's not going to leave you. And if everything you do is unto him, you're going to be able to wait. You're going to know he is waiting for that right moment to answer that prayer.